back to my YouTube channel. As you know, or you might not know, I don't like to make any introductions to my videos, so I will go straight to the point and I will start talking about my favorite foundation, as you already saw in the description of this video and in the title, of course. I've tried to make a nice selection of the foundations that I love at the moment, and some old foundation that I suppose that I will always love. Now, before I move on with any recommendation, I think I should better talk a little bit about my skin type so you guys can have an idea. So I have combination to oily skin type. I have lots of texture. I have big pores. From time to time I have breakouts. Let's move on with the first foundation, and I'm gonna pick one of them. It's hard because I don't know with which one should I start, but let's go with this one from Givenchy. This is one of the foundations that I love the most these days. This is one of those foundations that I'm talking about where the brand is very focused on the skin, not only on the makeup product itself. Basically, it has so many good skincare ingredients, and this can't make me more happier, because at the end of the day I can see that my skin still looks good. It feels so hydrating. It blends like a dream. The coverage is light to medium, but you can easily layer it up and you can easily blend it because it has a super easy blendable and buildable formula. Also, I realized that all the products that I applied on top of it, and I'm talking about creamy products, the blush or the highlighter, they blend so well and they beautiful, look so good together like skin. So this one also has a luminous finish, and I feel that the imperfections and the big pores are also a little bit blurred. As I said, this one has a light to medium coverage, which for me, as I have lots of skin texture, is very important, because I don't like when a foundation is too high coverage, because it doesn't look that good during the day. I don't know how you feel about it, but sometimes I feel that if you have any skin texture, if you used to have any acne when you were younger, then you would know how what I'm talking about when it comes to your skin. So I have the feeling that the foundations which are not high coverage are looking way much better than a foundation which is high coverage. It has that beautiful finish. So instead of trying to cover all the skin imperfections, I think it would be better sometimes to be more focused on the parts of the skin that are actually looking good and try to make those even more visible and not applying too much product. So there are 40 shades available, plenty of them. I'm pretty sure you'll find your shade. The price of this foundation is £40, but I definitely think it's worth the money. I know it's a little bit expensive, but bear in mind that you don't need to apply too much product, because it definitely does the job. You need to have it for a longer time. Also, the fact that it's 2-in-1, so it's also focused on your skin, it's everything that you could ask for when it comes to a good foundation. You can find it on Harrods, you can find it on Boots, you can find it on Feel Unique and Joe Louis, and I think there are a few places where you can buy this one from, but I will link all of them in the description of this video so you can have a look. Now, moving on with the next foundation, I couldn't include the Este Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I think there would be only one way to describe my relationship with this foundation, and I will name it a love affair. Basically, this is my holy grail. This is the foundation that I've used it so much since I've discovered it. As I used to have lots of acne, I discovered that this was the only foundation that basically covered all the skin imperfections, but at the same time I still had that beautiful finish. It was not too high coverage, and more than that, because of its ingredients, because it doesn't have any oils, my skin still looks good, and it was still looking good at the end of the day. The range of colors, it's super good. There are more than 60 shades available, so basically it would be absolutely impossible not to find your perfect shade. It has SPF 10, it's super comfortable on the skin, and it's super easy buildable and blendable. one thing or maybe two things that I should mention about this foundation, because I heard so many different opinions about it, and there are two categories: people that are absolutely in love with them, and there are people who are not that happy with the results. And I've discovered that most of the people who said that this is not a good foundation are not applying it right, or they are not doing the right thing before applying it, moisturizing and priming your skin. It's so important. It's such an important aspect when you are basically using a foundation. I have the feeling that there are so many people that are still not paying attention to this step. So no matter what, you should prime your skin, and you should moisturize your skin before you apply any foundation. It doesn't matter if you have oily skin, it doesn't matter if you have combination skin, you still have to moisturize and you still have to prime your skin. And more than that, make sure that you are basically using the products that are right for your skin type. Because if you have combination skin or oily skin and you are using a product that is basically created and it's right for dry skin, then you will do even worse. If this is something that you guys would like me to talk more about in the next videos, just let me know about priming, moisturizers that are basically right for each skin type. I find that this foundation is good for all skin types. The second thing which is super important when it comes to this foundation, to the Este Lauder Double Wear Foundation, is the way you apply it. I found that it's so much better if you apply this foundation with a beauty blender, with a sponge. The finish is way more beautiful, it's way more natural, and it lasts way much longer. And I think there is nothing worse at the end of the day than having patchy skin tone. I would really love to know your opinion in the comments below. Have you tried it? How do you find it? Is it working for your skin type? Is not working? Let me know. The price of this foundation is £34, and there are plenty of places where you can find it. I will leave some of my recommendations, some of the places I am buying it from, in the description of the video, as I'm gonna do for the rest of the foundations as well. And yeah, I think that's all. I don't even know if there is something else to say about this foundation. Now I'm gonna talk about the foundation which is a drugstore foundation. I didn't have the chance to wear this for a longer time because I've applied it only in the morning, so I don't know how it's gonna look at the end of the day, but I'll definitely share my feedback on my Instagram stories. So if you guys want to join the family, the Instagram family, then I'm gonna leave the Instagram handle right over here. The reason I bought this foundation in the morning was because I woke up, you know, like all the people. I went on TikTok, like everyone does, and I saw this foundation. I saw a new trend. I was so curious about it because I tried the compact version of this foundation, and yes, I loved it. It's so good. It's so high coverage, but it's not for me because it's too coverage. So that's the reason I didn't include it in this video. But this one makes such a huge difference. It looks so good. As you can see, I love so much the finish. I love so much how it blends. I love so much the coverage. It's somewhere in between medium and high coverage, but it's definitely looking so good. So this one should look good on the skin 24 hours as they promise. I don't know if I will ever have the chance to wear a foundation 24 hours because I remove my foundation, my makeup as soon as I'm not going outside, because I want to apply the skincare and let the products basically do their job before I go to bed, rather than applying all these skincare products and go to bed right after that, and not to give them enough time to basically do the job and they will be on the pillow. A little bit goes a long way, so again, you don't have to apply too much. It's very easy buildable and blendable. It has such a good price. I paid £12 on it. So yeah, thanks God there is TikTok, and thanks God that I have a super drug in the same building with me. As I said, please follow me on Instagram if you want to see my review on how long lasting it is. But so far so good. I'm wearing it for a couple of hours. It still looks amazing on the skin. Bear in mind that I didn't apply any powder to fix it. Okay, let's move on with the next foundation, and I'm just gonna grab this one because it's handier. It's so hard to decide with which one should I go next, just because I love all of them, and you can't choose when you love all of them, right? So the next foundation is the E.L.F Camo CC Cream, which is another drugstore foundation, which is another brand which is focused on skin, not only on makeup, which is another foundation that looks so good on the skin, that it blends like a dream, that it lasts all day long, that has such a good price and such a natural finish. I received this foundation in PR a few days ago. By the way, this video is not sponsored and no one asked me to review these products. I'm just doing it because you guys asked for my recommendations on Instagram, and these are the products, these are the foundations that I love so much at the moment. Now, as I said, when I received this product, I was like, okay, another drugstore foundation. I know that I heard so many good about it before, and after that I saw the packaging and I saw all of these things here, and I'm gonna read: color correcting, full coverage, and natural finish, which I totally agree with. I'm talking about the natural finish. I don't agree with the full coverage though, because yes, it has a good coverage, but it's somewhere in between medium and full coverage, which makes me super happy, because if you want to go more full coverage, you can easily build it up and you can easily blend it. But if you want to keep the medium coverage, the medium finish, then yes, go for it, girl, this is for you. Also, let's move on with the other information that you can find them right over here. I think this is such a nice way to promote some of the things that you basically want to see in a product when you want to buy it first. The list of ingredients: collagen, peptides, and niacinamide. I mean, all the ingredients that I basically love in a skincare product, you can find them right over here. There will be another one, the hyaluronic acid, which I'm not sure that this one has it, but it also has SPF, and it has SPF 30, which is a good amount of SPF. Because another thing that I should also mention, when I was younger, I didn't use SPF, and you can basically see now after an age that you didn't do the right thing, you know? So if you are younger than me, or if you are the same age with me, or if you are older than me, please use SPF. Use SPF even if you are not going outside. The price of this foundation is 14 pounds. It has 30 milliliters, and you can find all the links in the description below if you want to have a look and maybe treat yourself with a good foundation. I'll move on now with a foundation that I love using it so much, and I love using it so much for such a long time. I remember the first time I tried it, I completely fell in love with it, and after that, as I started to collaborate with the brand, I fell in love with their culture. I fell in love with the people that are working there. And I'm not saying it just because I had the chance to work with such a beautiful team from E.L.F Cosmetics, but because this is such a good product. In general, the products from E.L.F Cosmetics are so good. And as I said, the CC Cream Oil-Free Matte Foundation was in my makeup kit for such a long time before I started to collaborate with the brand, and the concealer as well. There are some really good products, and the brand which is also focused on skincare, not only on makeup. So this is one of the products that I think contains all the wonderful skincare ingredients: niacinamide, peptides, and collagen, but I'm also talking about hyaluronic acid and many other ingredients that are doing an amazing job for your skin. Now, when it comes to this foundation particularly, I love so much that it also contains SPF, and as you can see, it has 50 plus SPF, which is insanely good. I have the foundation in 3 different options. The original one, which I think that everyone is super familiar with. We have the oil-free one, which is perfect if you have a combination oily skin type, and this one has a matte finish. And then we have the illuminating one, which is gonna give you a more luminous natural finish. Now, the foundation has a medium to full coverage. You can blend it very well. I love so much this foundation because a little bit goes a long way, and the fact that it's a color correcting foundation, it makes it even better. If you have any pigmentation, if you have any skin imperfections that you want to cover, then I would definitely suggest you to have a look at this one. The price of this foundation is £32 if you are going for the 32 milliliter size, but you can also find it in a bigger size, 75 if I'm not wrong, and the price it's around £53. I'm gonna leave the links in the description of this video again if you guys want to have a look. Now another foundation from It Cosmetics, which I also love and I find it suitable to wear it mostly on summer days, is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better foundation. This is another good foundation which has a super lightweight coverage. So basically this is the main difference I find between these foundations, and this one has more like a natural radiant finish. Let's move on now with the Yves Saint Laurent All Hour foundation, which is a foundation that I recommend especially for oily skin. Now I know that not everyone may agree with everything I say in this video or in general with the reviews that I'm doing, but bear in mind that this information is based on my experience, on my skin type. So it's perfectly fine if you have a totally different opinion or a slightly different opinion. Now, as I said, the All Hour foundation from Yves Saint Laurent, in my opinion, is a foundation that is perfect for oily skin because it has that matte finish and it's oily free. The only downside for me when it comes to this foundation is the fact that it's a little bit too high coverage, so I have to make sure that I apply a tiny amount of product and blend it very, very well. Sometimes I also love to warm up with the foundation between my fingers before I'm applying it. I think I love to apply it with my fingers rather than applying it with any beauty blender or foundation brush. I don't know, this is my feeling. I don't know if this happened to you with any other foundations by now, but there are some particular foundations which I feel that they are looking way much better when I'm applying with my fingers. This foundation also has SPF 20. You can find it on Boots. I think I bought it. No, I didn't buy this one online. I remember that I went to an event organized by Yves Saint Laurent in London, which was a really, really good event. It was a master class, and this is how I had the chance to try it and basically to buy this product. And price of this foundation, if I'm not wrong, it's somewhere around £35. I bought this one over and over again, and I'm talking about the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation and the concealer again. Since forever, this is one of the foundation that I also make sure to have in my makeup kit no matter what, because I love the finish. I love so much how it looks like. It's such a flawless finish. It's so easy blendable, it's so easy buildable, it's good for all skin types. The price of this foundation is £37. You can find it all Cult Beauty. That's the place where I basically buy almost all my products. I think you can find it on Look Fantastic as well, and there are plenty of other online places. You can buy them from directly from their website. A little bit goes a long way. Make sure to blend it very well. Another product which I definitely love to warm it up a little bit between my fingers before I apply it, and if you have any skin imperfections, then you can definitely go only on those areas where you basically feel that you need to pay a little bit more attention, and apply a little bit more product and blend it very well. Also make sure to shake it very well before you apply it. I don't know if there is something else I should say about this this product. I know that I will always make sure to have it in my makeup kit and to recommend it. And I'm pretty sure that if you had a chance to try at least one of the products from Nars, you will definitely want to try as many as possible to make sure that you have many of them, maybe all of them in your makeup kit. At least this happened to me. I absolutely fell in love with the brand. I absolutely fell in love with all of the products that I've tried from them by now. So if you have the chance, please give it a try. Now that the lockdown is over, you can go in the shops, you can ask for samples for any of these foundations, go home and try them and wear them for a while and see how your skin looks like when you are applying them. Try to use them with different primers and moisturizers, with powder, without powder, and see what works for you. As I said before, makeup should be fun and you should enjoy it, and you should find the products that work best for your skin type. So make sure that you do a little bit of research before you jump on and buy any of the products, and go only for those ones that really work for you, not only because they are recommended by me or by any other influencers or I don't know, whatever, any other makeup artist. So I hope so much that you guys enjoyed today's video. These are all the foundations that I wanted to talk a little bit about. Absolutely convinced that there is so much to say about each of these brands, each of these foundations. I absolutely love all of them, and I'm super curious if you had the chance to try any of these, if you are planning to give a try to any of these after today's video. Please let me know, and please don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video, to leave a comment below if you enjoy watching it, and also please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I see so many of you are not subscribed, guys, and I would definitely love to be a big family here on YouTube as well. See you in the next video, guys. Mwah!